everybody. I'm Lindsay McKeon, and you're watching Evolve. And today I have like such a good guest.
What's my name?
Shantel VANSANTEN. I just asked her if that was the correct way to say her name because I had never actually said her last name. Thank you.
Of course.
For being here. I'm so happy to have you.
Such a good reunion.
It's such a good reunion. Speaking of reunions, that's such a good segue. Do you think One Tree Hill will ever have a reunion?
I mean, Twitter's pretty upset. I think they just took One Tree Hill off of Netflix.
They did, yeah.
And people were like petitioning and writing me every day. How could I not get involved? How could I not care? And I'm like, I don't think I can stand up to Netflix.
On social media, you spread the most amazing positive messages all the time.
Thanks.
And I just wonder, is that something that is just like natural to you? Is that a choice?
I think that I resisted doing social media forever until I think our last season of One Tree Hill. They were like, you have to get a Twitter because you have to live tweet. I'm like, what is this?
She still has iPhone 4, by the way. She told me
I
today.
refuse to upgrade because it works just fine. I think I was against it because when I first started One Tree Hill, I went and read blogs, which was a really, really bad idea. I went down like a terrible dark rabbit hole of people's negativity. So when I started it, and I think anything I ever put out there that is positive usually is something I'm writing to myself that day. I write to what my heart feels and knows and trying to remind myself of things. And I think if I'm feeling that way, somebody else has to be feeling this way. And even if one person feels a little less alone or a little more understood or heard, then today's a better day.
You say some days you wake up, we all wake up and we don't feel good. I know on social media it can look different, but we are talking to ourselves just as much as we're talking to the world outside. So do you struggle with depression or anxiety?
You know, oh, for sure I have. I've been in therapy for, since I was 23, since the first year of One Tree Hill. I started therapy for lots and lots of reasons. And for me, it was a way of saving myself, of reaching out for help. Never something I'm ever ashamed to talk about. That's because I believe my therapy has saved me.
Feel that.
But I mean, I also think that as I grow into an adult, some days, I find it, I find my voice and I find my feet and I find my soul a little bit more amongst any of the negativity. Yeah. We're back from another
I have
break.
one more really dark question because we've been so heavy today.
That's okay. I think that those things happen. Sometimes we get into like a discourse and a conversation.
And I think it's a lot of this hashtag Me Too stuff that's going on. And I feel like I'm feeling all of these women of the world that finally are coming to light with their stories. With that going on, have you had your...
Of course.
Yeah.
As I personally have never met Harvey. I don't have that particular experience, but I have experiences of men who are far lower on a power totem pole who used whatever that they could. It's the rape culture that we live in.
I feel like women have known this for a long time because we do talk. I feel like every woman knows that they have some sort of story like that.
But I think most of us blame ourselves. I remember when we were talking about it this weekend, my dad said, well, you just have to let it go. I said, it's not something, and I applaud him for wanting to hear and for supporting me, but I just looked at him and I was like, it's not something you let go. Like, it lives in you the rest of your life, and it doesn't have to define who I am, but it's still a part of my story, and at least I know I'm not alone. At least I know that probably any woman, if I wanted to reach out now, could tell me a story too. And maybe that's where we all begin as the foundation to start treating each other more kindly and looking at each other like sisters rather than enemies or some sort of competition. We would know. We got to beat each other up on a show because we were sisters.
We know nowhere near that crazy.
No, definitely not.
At least not now that we're maturing. Thanks, you guys. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you for being on.
You're the best.